Hello everyone and welcome to Siriana Tarot. This is a singles new love reading for Leo. We're going to look at the kind of love you're ready to experience now based on the growth you've already done. Take what resonates and leave the rest. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Leos, please. All right, so we have the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Ooh, we also have the Four of Wands. All right, they're viewing you as the Three of Cups, so they see you as somebody who's fun to be around, someone who always lights up the room. And we see the connection, the Ten of Wands, okay? And we see the Judgment card, Aries, Scorpio energy. So I do feel like you have somebody here, Leo, who's very wise, somebody who's very elegant, somebody who's well put together, somebody who's intelligent and loyal, honest and direct. And with the Judgment card, I feel like this is also someone who's awakened. I feel like there's divine guidance bringing you two together. And this is somebody who's really looking for something solid, stable, and secure, an up-leveling. So with the Queen of Swords here, I feel like this person has strong air in their chart. We see the Queen of Wands in reverse, okay, Aries, Leo, Sag, and the Queen of Cups. I'm kind of feeling this person may have a few different options around them. We're only missing the Queen of Pentacles. So I do feel like maybe this person has dated a lot, Leo, and maybe had a few disappointments, or, you know, this is somebody who's looking for love, looking for a relationship. But I feel like recently, or, you know, their last couple of relationships have been short-lived, or, you know, it was just people who were in and out of their life, or just kind of focused on the physical. I do think this person is very physically attractive. They may have a little bit of a temper, all right? And we see the Queen of Cups. They're very loving, nurturing, creative, very intuitive. This person could be a healer or an energy worker, or they do energy work or something along those lines. So we have really strong air, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, really strong fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, and really strong water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. All right, and how you're going to be feeling, Leo, is the Seven of Wands. So you may feel like in some ways you need to protect your energy here. If you kind of know that this person has a lot of options around them, they get a lot of attention, you might not be so sure. They really are looking for a relationship. They're looking for something solid, stable, and secure. But it kind of just feels like they haven't met the right person, but they certainly have been trying, right? And I don't get that they're promiscuous or that they're a player by any means. I just feel like they've been looking for the one and they haven't quite had success. So you may kind of feel like you need to protect your energy here. But the Seven of Wands is also an indication that you want to up-level this connection, right? Or that you want to fight for this connection. But at the same time, in the beginning, I feel like you are going to be, you're wanting to protect your energy just to make sure that they're right, or that they're not, they're not just, around for a good time, not a long time. We see Four of Wands, so this is a strong indication of soulmate energy. It does feel like you're around this person somewhere, in the community. Maybe you're friends with this person. Maybe they're your neighbor. Maybe you see them at work or at home, at school, or at the gym or something like that. I also feel too, you both might know each other. Like, I don't know if you both like meditate or, do yoga or something like that. I see that for both of you possibly. Or maybe that's something you'll do together. All right, so we see counselor. So this person is good at mediating when situations warrant. They easily guide people through difficult circumstances. All right, they could be a Capricorn or have strong Capricorn in their chart. So it looks like this person may have quite a balanced birth chart, like they may have a little bit of everything. But their work and stability are high priority for them. They are reliable. They get things done. That's nice energy. Yeah, this person is solid. They're dependable. They're predictable. Okay. And we see life partner. I'm not surprised here, Leo, because I do kind of feel like this person has been searching for, for marriage or for commitment or someone for the long term. And it's like they just haven't had any luck, right? Possibly until they meet you. So this is meant to be a long-term connection with a partner who shares your vision for the future. So with the Four of Wands here, 11-11 energy, I feel like this person is stable. I feel like this is somebody who makes a good partner, right? I feel like they offer a lot: protection, stability, passion. I feel this is going to be a really strong connection between the two of you. Some of you meet at work or through work, which does not necessarily mean you're coworkers. I mean, they could be in your town for a conference, right? Or maybe they come into your job or you go into theirs. We see plays games. Now, I don't think that this is a player type energy. What I'm getting is this person may be somebody who likes to play card games, board games, have game night with their friends and family. Maybe they play video games. Maybe they do online gaming, cosplay, things like that. Or, there's somebody who, when they're waiting in the doctor's office, they're playing, like Candy Crush or something like that. All right. And we see they are artistic, and we do see that they're creative. All right. My Leos are going to like that. And we see best kept secret. I actually think this person is much more than they kind of give off when you first meet them. And that may be true. Like, I kind of feel like some people may underestimate this person. That Queen of Swords energy can be someone who really holds back. But then the Queen of Wands energy in reverse can be like, at the same time, they can also be someone who's kind of impulsive. But they're also very loving and very nurturing. So I can see that some people may misread this person. And maybe even you realize that they're much more than what you thought they were when you first met them. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know here? All right, main female. So my readings are not meant to be gender specific, but some of the cards that I use are. But with this main female energy, it's like this person really is looking for a relationship. They're not a player. I just feel like they've had they're open-minded. I also feel like this person has been trying, right? They've been out there like putting themselves out there, and I don't think anything has worked, at least until you. We see main male energy in reverse. So again, whatever their sex or their gender is, or however they identify, it's like they're looking for their person. They're looking for someone who wants the same things. That's somebody that wants to put in effort into something that's solid, stable, and secure here. All right, and we see coffin energy. Yeah, they may have been knocked down a few times, but they're not down for the count. I do feel like this is somebody who's not giving up until they find love or until they find the right person, even if they've had disappointments here. All right, so let's see what else we need to know. What else do we need to know? All right, this person may own their own home. They definitely have stability here. They've worked hard for what they have. They may like to wear jewelry. They wear more than 2 rings frequently. This can also be someone who's been married and divorced. All right, we see communicating their feelings comes easy for them. That's that Queen of Swords energy, somebody honest and direct. And they like to use their middle name. So they may add it to their first name, or they may go by their middle name. And we see that they may be a fellow fire sun sign, Aries, Leo, or Sag. Now, Leo, they're seeing you as the 3 of Cups, so that tells me that in some capacity this person is around you. But they see you as fun. They see you lighting up any room that you walk into. They see you as a party person. I almost feel like this person looks forward to seeing you wherever they might see you. All right, Strength card energy in reverse. Okay, so they might also be a little bit concerned that you're not so sure about them. Maybe because of gossip, maybe because of what you've heard about them, or maybe just because they're used to things not really working out for them. They might be a little bit worried that you've got an ego on you here. They may see you as very good looking, and they might feel like, oh, Leo can, have anybody they want. They're probably, maybe Leo's a little bit arrogant or something like that, or they've got a bit of an ego. All right, and we see the Knight of Swords in reverse, and they're worried that you don't want to talk to them or you're not seeing them the way they're seeing you. There's something here they're not fully trusting, but again, I don't think it has anything to do with you personally. I feel like it's what this person has been through. Like I said, they've been knocked down a few times, but they're still trying. They're still, putting themselves out there. But I do think that their confidence has been a little bit knocked, or maybe their trust isn't as strong as it once was. We see the Eight of Cups energy in reverse. I do kind of feel like, Leo, you look forward to seeing this person as well. I don't know if you have really good conversations with this person or you see them somewhere you go back to. I do think this person, because there's this best kept secret energy here, I feel like a lot of my Leos, there's something that makes you think about this person or the things that they say. So it's almost like they have this one persona, and I'm not getting that they're wearing a disguise or a mask or they're tricky, but I feel like they're pleasant, they're nice to be around. But I don't know if you find their sense of humor is a bit quirky, or it tells you that there's more depth to them than maybe they originally kind of show. Things like that. I just feel like you find yourself thinking about this person. You find yourself thinking about the things that they've said to you. All right. But anyway, they feel like you might not want to move forward with them. They might feel like you're really good looking and maybe you have a lot of options. So maybe it's gone to your head a little bit. Not to say that you've given off that energy, but, I feel like that might be the assumption that they're making. Okay, let's see what else we need to know. Yeah, child divine. They see you as innocence, purity, and redemption. Suggests a special connection with the divine. Okay, so they see you as someone who's, they see you as somebody who's protected, things go well for you. They might see things are easy for you. And again, especially those of my Leos, who they see as quite good looking, they might see that things have been quite easy for you because of that. Okay, we see the trickster energy. So they see you as transcending convention, stuffiness, and predictable behavior. So it's I almost feel like you both have a little bit of a, I don't want to say a black sheep vibe, but you both have a bit of a rebellious streak. You both kind of do things a little bit differently. And so there's this connection here because of that. But you might not initially see that with this person, because again, they might come off kind of serious, or they might kind of come off as a little bit as maybe holding back a little. All right. But they see you as the servant energy, delight in serving others with a free and loving heart, which can be very Leo energy. It's also Virgo for me as a reader, but, they see you as loving. They see you as giving, especially with your friends and your family. So this person, I do feel like they watch you, or they've had an opportunity, or they have opportunities to see you interacting with others. And they really do like that. And I do think that you really do look forward to seeing this person. I kind of keep getting that. And maybe ooh, this person has interesting thoughts and ideas, or this person, or this person, I want to get to know them a little bit more. That's kind of what I'm getting. All right, so let's see. There's much more depth to this person is what I'm getting than you initially read. So this connection enters through a shared responsibility, goal, or collaborative effort. Alignment forms as you move towards something meaningful together. All right. We see choosing growth over comfort. This connection asks you to evolve beyond familiar patterns. Ooh, yeah. And again, this is going to push you to grow and to change. It's you have to think outside of the box, do things differently in this connection, but in a good way. And alignment over attachment. This connection emphasizes harmony over possession. Beautiful. All right, and we see this connection anchors attention in what is real now. So you are going to be required to stay present here and with this person as well. And I feel like you may be doing things differently. I think they're doing things differently as well. I do see they want marriage and they want commitment, but I also feel like they're learning to shift their focus to just staying present here. All right, what else do we need to know? Holiday. Some of you enjoy a change of scenery to spice up your love life, so there could be some travel involved that brings you two together. I'm also seeing that this person, this relationship, is a change of scenery. All right, we see time apart, a time of separation. So again, I don't know if you I don't know where you know this person from. It does feel like they're in your energy or they're in your community. Maybe when you're listening to this reading, you haven't seen them for like a couple of days or a couple of weeks. Someone might travel for work, or maybe you see them somewhere you go regularly, but not like every week or every month. There's burning desire. There's going to be strong passion and attraction. And Spirit saying, Leo, there are real feelings here that are true romantic feelings worth exploring. All right. Any important dates and times for my Leos, please? Any important dates and times for my Leos? Okay. In the near future. Beautiful. And we see in the coming years, which for me is an indication that this is meant to be long term. All right, my lovely Leos, I'm going to leave it here, sending you love and light. Take care.